Justin, baby dolls. Literally, right now, the HEX origin address has staked 250 billion HEX for 30 days. We have the transaction here. Now, as you remember, it recently staked 350 billion, 350 billion. It did it for 7 days. Now the 7 days is up. And now we're all waiting to see what was it going to do. It had two choices, right? It could have let it bleed out, which means it just disperses the yield back to everybody else in the system, still makes it inflationary. That was one option. Number two, which is what I've been basically predicting, is just going to keep restaking. And it's just going to keep lowering the yield and make HEX more scarce. Richard is probably toggling it to a point that he sees fit. I don't know what number he's looking at. Think of him like Jay Powell trying to adjust the interest rates in an economy when it comes to this. That's why I've given you this breaking news. It's very, very timely out here. It's making HEX more scarce. Some say scarce. Shout out to all my baby dolls from Ireland. Top of the morning to all my baby dolls out there in Ireland. Here we're looking at the PulseX Yield Farms. The yield farms, friends, the yields are very, very low. It's very clear Richard wants everyone to pool the liquidity. Who's still sitting in these yield farms? I don't know. It could be just Richard. It could be Richard himself. I don't know. It could be a bit stubborn. It's basically, that's why he did the inflation cut for ink. Remember, it used to be 1 per second, then it went to 0.1, now it's 0.05. You can see in the top left. Basically, your reward for providing liquidity is now so low, he wants everyone to basically thin it out and pull it. That's why ink, friends, is almost a toggle. It's the literally incentive. Now that it's become more scarce, it's harder to grab. People are thinking about what's going to be coming around the corner. And we do have plenty to look forward to in the ecosystem as well. But let me know, what do you think, Vance? Do you think it is quite nice to see the HEX origin address doing that move? I also want to give you this news just to show you as well about unlocks and stuff out here. You see, so Richard's trying to toggle the future inflation rate for HEX, he did with a couple of button presses. Here are some other coins to compare. So Solana, friends, this is a chart of the unlocks, okay, of different coins. Top base layers will have $6 billion in unlocks over the next 180 days. So Soy, friends, has $2.5 billion of unlock here. Remember, it's all in Soy tokens. You have PUI, SUI. You've got some Craptos. You've got Molestia. So how do they get rid of them? What do? They just go click market? No. They go on to, they use OTC markets. They use the futures perpetuals. That's why, friends, if you actually look at a lot of their Binance coins, Melania, they did not list Melania's coin on the spot. They didn't want the customers of Binance, they didn't want them using their spot money to go buy in. Okay. Instead, all they would list was Melania's coin on the futures. That's all. And if you check out the price of Melania, oh my gosh, what a horrific chart. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, now you can see why. Makes so much sense in the world. And yeah, man, that's actually, well, no one's surprised, right? No one's surprised. So, friends, just so you know, this is something in markets, man. It is very, very competitive. When people do things the first time and it's shocking, like the lightning rod moment of Trump, you had like 24 hours for it to go up, yeah? Then Melania dropped and everybody had now seen it. The market then quickly adjusts. That's why this thing, look at it. It only went up, friends. She launched it. I mean, check the time. Look how fast. Look how fast it had basically already been done. Remember, Trump's was like, 24, 36 hours. With this, after it launched, look at that. It reached near its top price just 4 hours. Now, don't look at how long it took to reach the top. Just think about this. Like within the first 3 to 4 hours, it's already $11. Like there's no return up here if you're buying up here. 3 to 4 hours. There you go. It took 3 hours to reach its point, bang, and then nothing else left. And that, I got to stress to you, right? They only list the futures on this. So it's people just doing the leverage stuff out here. And even then, man, it makes you think, friends, like Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, crackheads. What he's doing, dude. You are not listing PulseChain. 250,000 people. 2 conferences per year, community grassroots run. There's PulseChain tattoos. There's HEX tattoos. We've got a pirate, got a lawyer, got a fluffy microphone. We got a doctor. 3 prostate exams all over the lands. The community survived, HEX dropping 99% down. Survived and thrived. Did the conferences stop? No. Did the tattoos stop? No. Did the videos stop? No. Did the engagement stop? No. Didn't stop. What are you doing, man? You want to keep listing all this junk? And it is junk. It is junk because you guys say PulseChain's junk because the origin addresses. Okay, look what happens here, dude. You literally went and listed coins and just broke your whole rules. And they dump on you. Very, very sad. For the rest of us though, friends, we are appreciating that the origin address, it's done a 30-day duration stake. So remember all these staking and stuff out here, it's making these things more scarce. Just want to show you what's happening. I want to see how the market's actually feeling right now. Remember, feeling in a very family-friendly way, friends, just so we can see. Core coins are still, you know, red for the day. 3% down, 5% up and down. It's volatile. It's probably going to be more volatile now that liquidity's starting to pull even more. HEX, PHEX is around this, you know, with this 2-cent zone. It's got to climb much higher. I hope Altseason Wave 1 takes us around here. 10-cent HEX, we'll see. And then maybe we get the PDI peg and we can do Hyperloop. We'll see how that goes. We've got plenty more to go. Here's the HEX PLS ratio, just to show you, friends. Some people believe this thing's going to keep going up forever. I hope it does. I hope everything keeps going up forever. I'm just wondering if it's going to, yeah, this pattern, this triple top thing, I'm wondering if that's what it's going to do. It's going to do like a triple top thing as well. And then, you know, Ethereum goes up, which makes Pulse go up, which makes this drop down. But yeah, look, trying to gamble on these ain't worth it. Just accumulate everything. We're all in the same park. It's beautiful news for PulseX. Starting to rally up. This is PulseX to Pulse ratio. The narrative is still on, friends. You have PDI and everything. You know, the chart's still the same. We need some more. We need the banana zone to load. That's what we're waiting for. The HEX origin address and that staking, friends. Remember, if we look at the combined HEX price, I mean, like HEX hit 55 cents. Up here, Richard Hart was 45 billion market cap back then. Yeah, 45 billion. Right now, I think combined HEX is, if we go check it out, combined HEX freeze, you can actually see on GoPulse, it is 2.4 cents. That's what combined HEX is. So if you go back to this chart, yeah, so combined HEX is around where this line is. You can actually draw it. Where is this 2.4 cent zone? That's exactly where we are now. I mean, it doesn't look that good on a linear anyway. That's where we are. That's where the real line level of HEX is because you got the free copy. How much would it take to get to the all-time high? It would be 19x. 19x. That'd be fantastic. Now, of course, a lot of people say, hey, Sammy, who cares about the ratios and stuff out here? It's market caps, man. It's a size of what the market valuation thinks it is. Doesn't matter if individual people look at it, but you know that there is some merit to these. I'm going to keep showing this to you till you get it. This is the business cycle, friends. You want to know, why was Ethereum weak? Why was it cursed? It's because of the ISM. Yeah? The ISM, friends. The business ISM cycle, we were down for 819 days. These, look at the green ones. We were never down this much. We were below 50 contracting. It is what it is. We just have to accept it. And yeah, but the best part is, dude, let's accept the up part as well. We're above 50 now. See this part? That's beautiful. We're literally ticking up. The banana zone's coming, which is this part. That, you know, optimism is returning to the economy. Donald Trump's, you know, negotiations. Maybe he's going to get a peace deal with Ukraine. These things, just magical stuff starts happening. Rain starts falling from the sky. If you've taken losses in stuff, maybe you've gotten rugged. Maybe you've like taken some hits. Some ICOs didn't work out. Don't worry, man. Like I've been through all this thousand times before. You just get over it. We take the hits. Okay, not even real hits, friends. Like we're here. Like the big part's about to happen. Okay, just go, keep your wits about you. Money will fall from the skies. Just, you know, we just got to be more patient. And speaking of patience as well, how patient, you know, it's been very, very annoying, but it has to start in March, man. Like this is others BTC monthly. And yeah, the ISM has like crushed us down. Yeah, if we're talking about starting in March, like, dude, this has to, like, there's no excuses, man. We literally have to do this. I'm not joking. We have to do that. This, remember, it's a monthly chart here. I mean, I know it's crazy. Just, this has to go. Green, and then green, and then green, and then green. It has to do that. And then maybe like red, and then red, and then like, you know, red, and then it has to go green, green, green. That's it. There you go. That's it. And by the way, I timed each month here. So that's Altseason Wave 1. We have the mid-year correction. Now, this part is a wild card it depends on what Bitcoin does in the second half of this year. If you go back to each cycle, in 2021, it was a scam year because China government killed Bitcoin first. It couldn't recover and make new highs. It could not do that. I'm just taking a leap of faith that in the second half of this year, let's say Bitcoin tops out 150K middle of the year, a lot of people getting out, goes back down to 100 or something. By the end of this year, it beats 150, goes to 200, 250, white swan. But it's outside of our control. We don't know. We don't know. That's why I'm still telling you in this alt season wave one, just consider taking a JEET stack because it's not going to be nice sitting through that period of pain part up here. So what I've actually drawn for you, friends, that's actually 2 alt season waves. See, look at this. Look how much it went up, man, in 4 years from now, friends. Look at this. It went from 9%. So look at this number down here. It went from 9%. Yeah, 9%. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 6 months, we were worth 38% of Bitcoin. Wow. Actually, if you want to see the top, it hit 44%. Whoa. You know what that means? It means the average top 100 altcoin did 4 times whatever Bitcoin did, which makes sense because Bitcoin did, I think, in that period from January to March, it did a 2.5x. Yeah, it did a 2.5. So it went from like 25K to like 60K, about around 2.5x. So the average coin, he did 4 times that. Average coin did 10x, which is still considered a failure. Why was it considered a failure? It was because everybody was anchoring to the 2017 cycle here, which is where everything did a 100x. If you want to check out, look how it did, friends. It went from 2% up to, I mean, look what it did in the whole year. It went from 2% to 32%. That number, 2 to 30. That means altcoins did 16 times what Bitcoin did in the year. And Bitcoin did a 17x. So you got a 270x for the altcoins. What? Yep. That was 27. That was a double bubble. That was a double bubble alt season. From here. It did from here to here. That is, it went from 2% of Bitcoin size to 32% by the end. 16 times. And Bitcoin, what a weapon, man. Bitcoin did a 17x. So there you go. Yeah, that's the real number, man. And this number's so big, I round it down. I round it down. I'm in so much disbelief. That's why, like, now you know why. That's why everybody got crushed in this cycle. In China's scam cycle. Because we did 250x pretty much for the average altcoin here. And this one only did 10 and it was over. That's why nobody thought it was over when you were up like 10 to 12x. They're like, it can't be over, bro. Like, then it went, and by the way, before you could even blink, it's down 70%. Like, well, it's not over. That's why everyone's in denial. They're like, hey, where's the 100x's, man? We only went up 10 and then we dropped 70%. Now we're only up 3 or 4x. It's tough. That's why we got to focus on the game. We have to stay focused. 100% we have to stay focused, friends. Don't sleep on any altcoins in PulseChain ecosystem. I know we have HOA, does all these like big retracements and stuff out here. But ultimately, we need PulseChain, PLS, the speed to rise. And then all the friendship will come. That HEX origin address, I think big moves are coming. That's why everyone's surprised. Hopefully March is great. Like and subscribe. Catch you soon.